We can capture the big ideas of self-regulation by using a decision tree. A decision tree is a visual way of representing the big ideas in self-regulation. It is designed as a number of questions, each of which corresponds to a big idea. As you can see, there are 3 questions in the self-regulation decision tree. The first relates to whether the activity is long-term and whether the students have learning goals and success criteria in advance. The second asks if the students plan their own work, while the third question asks if the students have an opportunity to revise their work based on feedback. The power of using a decision tree is that it provides a framework for designing learning activities, and in this case, designing opportunities for self-regulation. Considering each of these questions is useful when designing a learning activity. For example, there will be times when you plan long-term activities for students where they have learning goals and success criteria in advance. Times when you will ask students to plan their own work. There will also be times when you give students the opportunity to revise work based on feedback. However, sometimes you will need to structure students' work for them and direct them what to do. There will also be times when you will want to monitor their compliance and times when you do not feel it is necessary for students to revise their work based on feedback. It all depends on the planned learning outcomes and the needs of your students. Not all learning activities have each of these levels, but over the period of a year, you should look to include the learning activities at all of the levels. You need to bear in mind as you look at the decision tree that the numbering is a code, not a score. For example, a code 1 merely indicates that an activity is not long-term and that students do not have learning goals and associated success criteria in advance. It is not a value judgment about the quality of the learning activity.